Good evening, class 12. Let's start. Oxidation number. Oxidation number of the metal. Now, it represents the charge that is possessed by the metal when it is present with the ligands. Right? Now, oxidation number in some complexes can be 0 as well. While we calculate the oxidation number, we have to remember some points. First point is oxidation number of neutral ligand is always equals to 0. Neutral ligands like H2O, ammonia, then ethylene diamine, carbonyl, nitrosyl, etc. These are all neutral ligands and oxidation number of all the neutral ligands equals to 0. Then oxidation number of anionic ligands is equal to the charge on the ligand. For example, if I talk about the oxidation number of chloride, then it is equals to -1. Okay. Then last, your oxidation number of the cation is equal to the charge on the cation. For example, oxidation number of potassium is equals to +1. So let's do some example how to calculate the oxidation number of the metal. Cobalt. Okay, find out the oxidation number of cobalt in this complex. So let the oxidation number of cobalt be X. Ammonia, it's a neutral ligand, so its oxidation number is 0. Okay, sulfate, it's an anionic ligand and its charge is -2. Chloride, it is also an anionic ligand, its charge is -2. Sorry, its charge is -1. Extremely sorry. Overall, the complex has no charge, the complex is neutral, so we are writing equals to 0. Now X equals to how much? +3. Okay, next. Nickel, NiCO4. What is the oxidation number of nickel in this complex? So let the oxidation number of nickel be X. CO is carbonyl, it's a neutral ligand, so its oxidation number equals to 0. That means in this particular complex, nucleus will be in this particular complex, nickel will be having oxidation number equals to 0. Okay, next, potassium ferrocyanide. Calculate the oxidation number of iron in potassium ferrocyanide. So we know that potassium has +1 charge and cyanide, it's an anionic ligand with -1 charge. So what will be the oxidation number of Fe? It is 4 into +1. Fe be the oxidation number, the oxidation number be X. Then here 6 into -1 equals to 0. Overall charge is 0, so we are writing equals to 0. Now X equals to how much? X equals to +2. Okay. So this way we have to calculate the oxidation number of the central metal atom. Next, nomenclature of coordination compounds. Few points are there. First point is order of naming the ion. Now whether it be simple ion or complex ion, always the cation is named first followed by the anion. Okay. Next point is order of naming a coordination entity. Now we know that a coordination entity consists of metal and ligand. So always the number and name of the ligand is written first, followed by the name of the metal, and its coordination number, its oxidation number is written within brackets in Roman numerals. Okay. Next is naming of the ligands. Now ligands that ends with ide or ate, we have to replace E by O, and then we are going to get the new names. For example, under anionic ligands, we have these things. We have sulfate. Now sulfate is named as sulfato. Cl- is named as chlorido or chloro. Okay. Acetate is named as acetato. Nitrate named as nitrato. Cn-, it is named as your cyanido or cyano. Next we have thiosulfate. Thiosulfate is named as thiosulfato. Then we have NO2-, it is named as nitro. Then hydroxide named as hydroxo, oxide as oxo, then sulfide as sulfido, etc. This way the anionic ligands are named. Now next we come to neutral ligands. Neutral ligands, what are the respective names? Now for CO is a neutral ligand. CO, the name is carbonyl. NO, the name is nitrosyl. H2O, that's water, that is named as aqua under this nomenclature. Then ammonia is named as amine. Pyridine, pyridine is also a neutral ligand. Then ethylene diamine, EN, that's named as ethylene diamine. So these are the few common neutral ligands that are used in the complexes. Next we have order of naming the ligands. Now the ligands are named in the alphabetic order. Next we come to use of numerical prefixes. Now basically the number of the ligands, they are written in terms of the prefixes like your di, tri, tetra. But now this is basically for the monodentate ligand. If the ligand is a monodentate ligand, we represent the number in terms of di, tri, tetra. But if the ligand is a bidentate ligand, we use words like bis, tris, tetrakis to avoid the confusions. Okay. Last one, in case of anionic complexes. In case of anionic complexes, word ate, ate is added to the metal, followed by the oxidation number in Roman numeral. Now anionic complex means the complexes where we have cation outside the bracket. Okay. So these are the few points under the nomenclature. Now let's do few examples. Cobalt, then your okay, this particular complex. Okay, so here first of all we know the rule tells us that we have to name the ligand first, then we have to name the metal. Now here we are having two ligands, we are having NH3 and Cl. Now as per alphabetic order, amine comes first, so we are going to write tetraamine, dichloro or dichlorido, then cobalt. Okay, then we are going to write its oxidation number in bracket. What is the oxidation number here? Amine is 0, Cl is -1. So overall we are going to have +3 as the oxidation number, and that we have to write in the bracket in Roman numeral. Okay, next we have this one. Now here I am having monodentate ligand also, I am having bidentate ligand also. Now basically this is ethylene diamine, starts with E, this is amine, starts with A, and this is your bromo, starts with B. So alphabetically I have to name. So first amine will be coming, so it will be amine, then your bromo or bromido, then your bis ethylene diamine, nickel, within bracket its oxidation number, that is equals to how much? Equals to your, okay, overall charge is +1, so equals to +2. Okay, so this way we have to name, and there shouldn't be any gap between the names. You have to follow that. Now last I'll give you an example of anionic complex. Which are the anionic complex? Anionic complex, I told you, when cation is present before. Like this one. This is my anionic complex. Why? Because a cation is present before. That is your potassium. So let's name this. Now we have already discussed it. We have already discussed that first of all we have to name the cation. So that is your potassium. After cation we have to name the ligand. That is your potassium hexacyano or hexacyanido. Ferret. We have to add the word 8 to the metal, that is ferret. Within bracket its oxidation state, that is your 2. Potassium hexacyanoferrate 2. So that's it, class 12. Thank you.